Can you lose weight by adding this one delicious spice to your diet? The answer is yes. It is Ceylon cinnamon, Ceylon. It has to be that specific cinnamon. I will explain that in just a minute. But research has shown that Ceylon cinnamon contains certain properties that support and aid in weight loss. I'm going to tell you all about that. So let's go ahead and jump in. So before I tell you about all the benefits, it's very important to note that it has to be this specific cinnamon right here. This is called Ceylon cinnamon. This one is made by Simply Organics. You can pick this up at your local health food store, Sprouts or Whole Foods, or you can purchase it online like I did. I purchased it from Amazon. It was actually a couple dollars cheaper on Amazon than it was at my local Sprouts, and I didn't want to have to make the trip, so I went ahead and ordered it online. I will leave a link to it in my description box. I'll also leave a link. I'll pin it to the top of my comment section so it's easy to find. But the reason it has to be this specific type of cinnamon and not cassia cinnamon. Cassia cinnamon is actually the cinnamon that we typically find on the shelves of our local grocery store. Now, that specific cinnamon contains a chemical compound called coumarin, and coumarin acts as a blood thinning agent and in large doses can actually cause liver damage. I don't think any of us are trying to trade liver damage for, being thin, right? So it's very important that you get this specific type of cinnamon because Ceylon cinnamon does not contain that chemical compound. And so you get all the benefits of cinnamon without any of the drawbacks. Also, it is recommended that you only use about 1.2 teaspoons a day. I think I use about 1 teaspoon a day, and I just put it in my iced coffee, and it makes it so delicious. But you can also just put it in yogurt. You can put it in your oatmeal. You can sprinkle it on your fruit. You can put it in hot tea. There's so many ways, just kind of get creative with how you add it to your diet. But it's not like if you use more of the cinnamon, you're going to reap more benefits. You only need 1 teaspoon to 1.2 teaspoons a day, and then you'll reap all the benefits. So what are the benefits? Let me go ahead and tell you. Number 1, cinnamon has been shown to regulate blood sugar levels. There have been studies that have shown that adding cinnamon to your diet can actually improve insulin sensitivity and lower blood sugar levels. When people are diabetic or insulin resistant, it is because either their pancreas is not producing enough insulin or their cells are not responding properly to the release of insulin, so they have high blood sugar levels. Cinnamon has actually been shown to lower blood sugar levels and fight diabetes by mimicking the effects of insulin. So what it does is it actually takes sugar from the blood and pushes it into the cells where it needs to be in order to be used for energy. If your body is not working properly and your sugar remains in the blood instead of in the cells where it needs to be in order to be used for energy, your brain can actually not make use of it for energy. So what happens is your brain ends up sending out signals and cues cravings and cues hunger in order to kind of encourage you to eat so that it can get the energy that it needs from the cells. Which is why even if you've just eaten, you still feel hungry and you have those cravings and you end up overeating because your body's not working properly and the sugar is still in the blood instead of in the cells where it needs to be. But if you add cinnamon to your diet, which helps balance and stabilize blood sugar levels by mimicking the effects of insulin, then you're not going to have those cravings, you're not going to have that hunger, and it's going to prevent you from overeating. So it actually helps to control and suppress your appetite. There's actually a biochemist named Amy Stockhart who did a study, and she found that when she gave diabetics a cinnamon supplement, that they had lower blood sugar levels than those who just took a placebo. So it actually confirmed that cinnamon does help with blood sugar levels. Number 2, cinnamon has also been shown to boost your metabolism. Some studies suggest that cinnamon has a thermogenic effect, meaning that it can increase your metabolism and contribute to calorie burning. According to a lab study, there is an essential oil in cinnamon called cinnamaldehyde. Cinnamaldehyde can potentially directly target fat cells and make them burn more energy through thermogenesis. A study showed that when human fat cells or adipocytes are directly treated with cinnamaldehyde, which is one of the most important compounds found in cinnamon, that they express more metabolism boosting genes and enzymes, causing them to burn more calories. There are actually articles that suggest that if you drink like chamomile tea with cinnamon in it, that it actually helps with muscle soreness, it improves digestion, and it helps you to burn fat while you sleep. Number 3, cinnamon is high in antioxidants and has anti-inflammatory properties. As a matter of fact, I learned through Dr. Axe here on YouTube that researchers identified 41 different protective compounds found in cinnamon. Now, obesity, as well as other health issues like heart disease, cancer, diabetes, arthritis, Crohn's disease, just to name a few, as well as a number of neurological diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson, they have all been linked to chronic inflammation in the body. And chronic inflammation in the body is actually linked to oxidative stress and free radical damage. Since cinnamon is loaded with antioxidants, which helps combat oxidative stress and slow free radical damage, adding cinnamon to your diet can actually indirectly contribute to weight management simply by improving your overall health. The added bonus is that because cinnamon contains antioxidants, which help with oxidative stress and help to reduce free radical damage, and most of us know that, most of the visible signs of aging are a result of free radical damage, like fine lines, wrinkles, discoloration. So if we add cinnamon to our diet, which is high in antioxidants, and antioxidants fight free radical damage, and free radical damage is responsible for premature aging, then if we add cinnamon to our diet, we're going to look younger longer. As a matter of fact, the same biochemist that I mentioned earlier, Amy Stockert, she found that cinnamon was just as effective as resveratrol, an antioxidant which is known for its anti-aging and anti-disease fighting properties. She found that cinnamon was just as effective in activating something called SIRT1, which is known as the longevity gene because of its role in repairing DNA. She found that cinnamon was just as effective as resveratrol in activating that gene. There's actually another study that compared 26 different spices, and cinnamon ranked highest in antioxidant activity. So that is all I have for you today. I hope you found this video to be useful in some way. I know you did. You had to have. I just learned about this not even 3 weeks ago, and I cannot believe how much information there is out there about the benefits of adding cinnamon to your diet. And those are just a few that I covered. There are so many more, but just what I covered in this video, it helps with weight management. It helps with blood sugar levels. It helps you to stay, looking younger longer. So it's like a win-win-win, and it's delicious. And look how much I've used in like 3 weeks. I think this was like 3 weeks ago that I just found out about it. And I put it in my daughter's drinks also, just because it has so many health benefits. And I would have never known it. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. I always appreciate your time. I hope you're having a lovely weekend, and hopefully I will see you back here next week.